I'm going to be reviewing quickly 6 films that have come out recently because so many movies are being released right now. It's hard to do a review for each one. So let's jump into another round of 6 films deep. Starting off the list today is TronAres. Honestly, I don't think people need to waste their time with this film. I don't know what they were really thinking. It is a mess. It is a schlob of a mess, actually. And there's things that I really wanted to love about it because I enjoyed the first Tron movie from the 80s with young Jeff Bridges. I love Tron Legacy back from 2010, whenever that movie came out. So when they announced this movie like 4 or 5 years ago that Jared Leto was gonna be in it, I was like, okay. Like there wasn't anything that really blew me away about this film. This movie does not have likable characters at all. There's not a single character in this movie that I was rooting for, that I felt connected to. The writing of the script was piss poor, if you ask me. There are some really bad lines of dialogue in this movie. Like, I don't know if they were trying to be cheesy, but yeah, it just didn't work. Like, it was just awful. And their exposition was just ridiculous. Like, Greta Lee, who I love as an actor, is just basically given one of the hardest things to do as an actor, which is trying to give convincing exposition on the screen for the entire film. And it's really hard to turn trash into great dialogue and great scenes. I thought the script was super weak. The story was kind of dumb. There's plot holes left, right, and center. The actors who are in the movie are fantastic. Like, everyone is so good except for Jared Leto. Everyone is so good except for Jared Leto. Everyone is really a great actor except for Jared Leto.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's too bad because they're not given very much to work with, and you can tell. Jared Leto was downright boring in this movie. I felt no passion from that performance. It was just robotic and stoic. Yeah. And I'll make a joke here and there, and it'll be funny, right? And honestly, I was like, why is he in this? Like, why is Jared Leto making movies still? Like, I don't know. This movie felt like too complex and too complicated for kids, yet too simple and too boring and basic for adults. Like, this movie wanted to have its cake and eat it too.
Cake! Everybody loves cakes!
And it doesn't get kind of either one of those tones right, so the movie does feel kind of toneless throughout the whole runtime. Speaking of that runtime, like basically 2 hours, an hour and 59 minutes. No, too long. This movie should have been an hour and 40 minutes at most. Also, there's too much red in this movie. Like literally, there's too much of the color red. I was so sick of being in that big theater on the UVX screen. Just red. I was just sick of the tone, the colors, the color palette of this movie. I will say there is some good action scenes, and if you're going to this movie just to be entertained and have some good action, then great. You can have all the fun you want with this film. And the soundtrack is great. I love 9 Inch Nails. Are all movies now just going to be about AI? Like, I'm kind of just sick of talking about AI in general. Like, I'm done with it. It's kind of, like, I just wanted so much more from this movie, especially because I am such a fan of Tron Legacy, but TronAres did not live up to the expectations. So I'm going to go ahead and give TronAres a C. The next film on this list is A House of Dynamite, a Netflix film by the great filmmaker Kathryn Bigelow, one of my favorites. This movie was good. It was not amazing. I don't think this is even in her top 5 movies. There's some great moments in this movie, and then there's some real dragging moments as well. The first hour of this movie, beautiful, awesome. So thrilling, so impactful, so enticing and titillating, and just gets you on the edge of your seat. Like, you're so invested in the story. And then it takes a third act stumble like I've never seen before. There are so many issues with the last 45 minutes of this movie that it took it away from being an excellent movie. Like, I wanted to give this movie an A minus. Based on the first hour of this film, it would have achieved that grade. But by the end of this film, especially the last 15 minutes, what are we doing? Like, if you don't know how to end your movie, don't make the movie. Like, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, go back and rework the script, rework the ideas. And I get what Kathryn Bigelow and her team and the writers were going for, but it really just left me empty empty-handed, empty-minded, unenthusiastic, uninspired, hopeless, angry because of the ending. Like, I just felt she cheaped out and didn't know how to end her film, and that's what we got. And it's like, well, too bad. I haven't walked out of a movie going like, what the hell happened at the end? I think since The Fountain with Hugh Jackman, or The Village with M. Night Shyamalan. Like, just sometimes an ending just destroys a film, and this is a great example of that. And the production is incredible. Action, or like the tension that is built, is really palpable and quite thrilling. After all that's being said, and after all the themes that this movie is throwing at us, like spaghetti on the wall, I was just disappointed because I was expecting more maybe from Catherine Bigelow. This is kind of a depressing film in the wrong ways, and I wish it just had a much more bigger impact than it ultimately did. They kept just repeating the same sort of dialogue and scene over and over again, like 3 different times from 3 different perspectives, and I just got kind of bored with the movie after the second act. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a House of Dynamite a C+. The next film on my list is a special movie called Shelby Oaks. Yes, this is the directorial debut of the famous YouTuber, movie review critic, Chris Stuckman. He is definitely one of my inspirations for my channel. He is someone that I've been watching for probably a good 8-9 years now. And Austin Burke, Zach Milne talks movies, Sean Chandler, like these are the people that really inspired me to create my own channel. And the fact that Chris Stuckman, YouTube nerd alert, was able to crowdfund and basically find the money to finance this film, ultimately entice Mike Flanagan, the great horror director Mike Flanagan, to be an executive producer and get Neon on board with this film. I mean, I have to give him a round of applause, Chris Stuckman, because bravo, man, he is living my dream. This is exactly what I want to do as a filmmaker, as someone who loves making movies and writing scripts. He is living the dream right now. The best thing about this movie is that he has talent, and you can see it. He has an eye for film. He has an eye for this medium, and I think he's got great things ahead of him. And so I'm stoked to see what he does next. The film itself is good. Is it great? No. But for a directorial debut, I have to give him his props where he's due. He's got a great eye, a part found footage film movie, and also just a straightforward, conventional, scary, haunting movie. And I think he does a pretty good job doing both of those. Now, there's some tonal issues in this film, and the actors are good, but you can tell a lot of them are quite green, but they do a good job in the film. There are some, editing and pacing issues, especially in the second half of the film, that I was just kind of like, oh, it's too bad. Like, I wanted to love this movie, but I ended up just like, I liked it. It's a good little horror film that came out this year. And if you are a big supporter of indie movies and indie horror films, definitely go check out Shelby Oaks. It's worth it. I thought the cinematography was great, the sounds, and like the story itself is interesting. There's some great legit like scary moments. There's a particular scene at the beginning that's awesome with the found footage. He definitely stuck the landing, and I got Stuckmanized. I've always wanted to say that on this channel.
I've always wanted to use that spell.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give Shelby Oaks a B-. The fourth movie on this list for today is Good Fortune, the comedy film written and directed by Aziz Ansari, starring Aziz Ansari, Seth Rogen, and of course Keanu Reeves as the angel Gabriel. This movie is awesome. I had a great time with this movie, talking about modern themes of wealth and class warfare, giving your life meaning and believing in your life. And there's some great like funny little religious things without it being like too religious. It's a feel-good film. It's a funny comedy. Is it like a laugh out loud comedy, like a Judd Apatow movie like 40-Year-Old Virgin or Superbad or something like that? It's not quite, but it's also not really trying to do that. There's some legit dramatic moments in this movie, while it's still lighthearted enough that it doesn't dive too deep into the philosophical. It doesn't dive too deep into the melancholy, but it actually sews together comedy and drama fairly well. I thought the performances were good, especially from Aziz Ansari, Seth Rogen, but definitely from Keanu Reeves. Like, it's just funny to see Keanu Reeves as an angel trying to help people, stop them from texting and driving, and eating burgers and smoking for the first time. Like, it's of course hilarious. What this movie has is an abundance of heart, and you have characters that you like, but you also don't like, but it comes together at the end. So there's a good journey, there's a good character arc for everyone involved, and ultimately it's not trying to take itself too seriously too. I thought the tone and the pacing of this movie was great. It's not too long, and I had a good time with this movie. The only couple of things that bother me about this film is that it loses its footing a few times throughout the film. The actual plot of how they get from like A, B to C is a little shaky, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, there's angels with wings and stuff like that. And I wish that this movie was just about like 10% funnier. I think if it just had some legit scream out loud jokes in it, this movie would have been boosted up by like half a grade, maybe even a full letter grade. I actually would recommend people check this out, especially go see it with a group of friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Good Fortune a B. The next movie on this list is Bugonia, a film from Yorgos Lanthimos. Now, I have to say, I was not a fan of Poor Things. I hated the movie. So going into this movie, I was kind of a bit skeptical. I was watching, kind of walking on eggshells. But by the end of the movie, I had a good time. It was quite the adventure. There are some legit beautiful shots in this movie. Great soundtrack. Amazing performances. Like Jesse Plemons, he should be nominated for an Academy Award for this movie. Emma Stone was phenomenal as well. Probably one of the most wackiest roles that she's ever done. And it is really thrilling to watch. Now, I could see this movie's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. I get why there are some moments in this movie where I was even like, but I also enjoyed that. The movie felt wholly original. It felt extremely relatable in some ways. There is some great chilling scenes. There's some disgusting moments. There's some violence that's quite in your face at times. Also, this movie just keeps you guessing. It keeps you on that suspense paranoia wave for a very long time, and it takes a long time to break it, and I love that. Had a lot of twists and turns that I thought were really fun and really smart. I think there is some pacing issues in this film. It could have been about 10 to 15 minutes shorter. There is some dialogue in this movie that I straight up laughed at. Like, I think they were trying to be serious, but I couldn't take them seriously at times. But ultimately, the good outweighs the bad when it comes to Bugonia, and I think this is one of the more creative and interesting films of the year, one of the weirder films of the year, and that to me equaled up to a really fun time at the theaters. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Bugonia a B+. And the last film on this list is Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's passion project, the adaptation of Mary Shelley's classic gothic tale of a creature being created by a mad scientist. And I have a little bit of a personal connection with this film because I've played the creature many times before. Also, it's Guillermo del Toro. Like, when has he done us wrong? And to me, this movie was pretty good. I had a great time, mostly with this film. The technical elements of this film are undeniable. Like, his set design, his production design, his costumes, the way he shoots, the cinematography, all of that is just gorgeous in this film. I could see this movie being nominated for multiple awards for the technical side of things because it deserves it. Like, it was so fantastic to look at. The period piece aspect of it, gothic folklore of it all, the epic tale that it tries to tell. And of course, the performances are great too. I think Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and of course, Jacob Elordi as the creature, they were fantastic. Jacob Elordi impressed the hell out of me. He has such a physical performance in this movie, and he has to convey so much with just his body and his, and his grunting and his look that he does a fantastic job. I was really impressed with him. And the directing, the action, I can't take any of that away from Guillermo del Toro. What I can take away from this film, unfortunately, is it's 20 minutes too long. I was getting so uncomfortable in my chair at about the 2-hour mark, and I was like, okay, this movie's got to be wrapping up soon, right? And then I looked to see how long this film is, and it was like over 2.5 hours long. What is it with Hollywood and making long-ass movies now, all the time? What happened to the hour-and-a-half film? So the pacing of this film is super uneven. And the other thing about this movie that drove me nuts, especially for a Guillermo del Toro movie, who is such a wonderful director, the CGI. It looked like something from like 2011, 2012, and like one of the Twilight movies. There's a scene where like wolves are attacking and stuff like that. It legit looks like the wolves from Twilight. Like they're that sort of rendered. I was so shocked because the rest of the movie is so good looking and it's so visually appealing that the CGI completely took me out of it every time they had it. It's truly disappointing because it stops this movie from being like, it could be a masterpiece, but it's not. But it is worth checking out. I got to see it on the big screen. It was worth it on the big screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Frankenstein an A-. Thank you so much for checking out Mr. Teach Film Preach. If you like this video, make sure you click that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, comment down below, what did you think of these 6 films? Which one is your favorite on this list? Let me know with your thoughts and comments down below. Thank you so much for doing that. Come back and check out some other movie reviews such as Roofman, The Smashing Machine, and One Battle After Another. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next film.